sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, what it is.
Yeah, as you see before you, it's the big homie Nick Sean, Wildcard Mar. We in the building. Detroit Mel, he is getting his oil changed. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's referring to his car or changing the KY jelly.
I think that he's paying someone to play with his dipstick.
No, if Detroit Mel can join us, he will join us at some point in time in the show. But as always, y'all know the deal. Please go over to I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, most importantly, the YouTube channel. And hey, show us some love. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Let you know every time we drop new content. I.O.W Sports 1 on the Twitter. You can follow both myself and the big homie Nick Sean separately on Twitter if you would like. You can hit him up on Proud New York Jets Fans on Twitter, and you can hit me up on Twitter at KC Wildcard Mar as well. Yeah, man, it's Thursday. It is. We are literally a couple days away from divisional round of playoffs. So I know. Y'all got to forgive my brother, man. He's a Jets fan, so he's usually doing a lot of mock drafts right now. He's doing
the
a
only
lot.
division I'm looking forward to is this country in an election year.
Oh shit! It is an election year, ain't it? It's 2024. Fuck. Oh my gosh, that means hell's about to.
It is.
Yeah. That means this year's about to be a one hellacious year. We're
Government's going to shut us down because they don't want me and you getting along.
Hate your white ass, motherfucker.
All the shit we've said on here that you get worried about us getting canceled, and it's just going to be us getting along that the government goes red flag.
Oh, bro. Like, it's funny you say that because, like, all this, you're right. Because, like, we do say a lot of toting the line kind of content on here, and we're not ashamed of it. But just the fact that you and I are on screen together, the government is in the background losing their shits right now.
If I haven't and you haven't said shit that we don't go at it and we don't hate one another, it ain't nothing nobody can do. We've tested our boundaries of friendship many times.
Look, they can't do shit now. So, but hey, man, like for real, man, we appreciate y'all always tapping in with us, joining the show, man. I want to start here, big homie, and I never thought I would say this, but at what point in time do the NCAA kind of like, you're like, yeah, you know, you're kind of being around for a minute. And this story is about to take off because it's a tight end at Miami. I forget his name. I'm about to pull it up real quick. He was just granted his ninth year of eligibility to play NCAA football. It's Miami's tight end Cam McCormick. So he was a class of 2016 recruit. All right. He suffered season-ending injuries in 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. So 4 straight years he had season-ending injuries. And he was quoted to saying that this year, 2024, is his last ride. So
Connor McCormick? Oh, Cam. Okay.
No, Cam McCormick. So my when I saw this, big homie, I was like, damn, 9th year? Like this dude is probably old enough to collect damn AARP and Social Security by the time he finished with his eligibility.
He's been there for multiple presidencies, multiple governorships. No one even knew Ron DeSantis in Florida when he got there. Holy shit.
So my question is to you is like, at what point in time do you... So I'm not mad that he wants to continue his college career. My question is at what point does the NCAA be like, hey, bro, like, you know, 9th year? Like, at one point does the NCAA say, hey, man, it's just not meant to be?
There's an old joke from a movie, and it says, oh, I love high school girls because the older I get, they stay the same age. That's him with these 18-year-old freshmen coming in. He's like, oh, I'll stay another year. They're doing OnlyFans now. I'll stay another year. 9 years in college. I hope you got a full ride because you're gonna owe about $4 million in tuition.
Bruh.
Well, not Miami. I mean,
well, yeah, but come on. Any college tuition is not cheap. You're talking about a few grand a year anyway.
I had a house. Most college kids live off campus, rent. This motherfucker could have a house a third of the way paid off by now.
What's going on, Ball and Buzz Sports and Entertainment? That's the homie Omar. Y'all check out his content as well as the Bottom Line Sports content that he does as well with them fellas over there. He says, doesn't he graduate? Doesn't he just graduate to a paid coaching position after? Hey,
well, if you go to Miami, I don't know if you could afford the pay cut. You got to find another job. The way they used to pay these guys, man, coaching would be a downgrade for them.
No, I'm pretty sure they used to pay them in a half salary, half 8-ball. So we'll see how that works out there in Miami. So
congratulations to his heart for holding up for 9 years. If that's the case.
Hey, that man's asking for cardiac arrest, right?
That's like, you know, those like guys that the famous one was Boise State after they beat Oklahoma. The guy proposed to like his fiance.
Oh yeah, Ian.
There was like an update on them at some point this year.
Yeah, they're like happily married and got a couple kids.
My man could have proposed in 2018, got married, had a kid, got divorced. Like this guy, 9 years, a lot can happen in life in 9 years, except him playing football.
He could have literally done everything but play football. And look, I get it. The man had 4 straight years. He had season-ending injuries. And hey, you know, respect for him to still want to follow his dream and still do all that. But I'm just looking at the NCAA and like, yo, this man is literally the when they say the term man playing amongst boys, no, like he's literally a grown man playing amongst young guys. I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know if I'm cool with it. It's not to downgrade the guy for what he's doing. I mean, chase your dream. I'm just saying, like you know, when you think of just your traditional college player, you talk about the guys that come in right out of high school, maybe do their 4 years, 5 years max if they had a season-ending injury. 9?
Hold on, I'm pulling something now. Hold on.
This man is 9 years eligibility, but the NCAA keeps granting it to him. So
let me read some names to you.
Yeah.
DK Metcalf.
Okay.
Sauce Gardner. Justin Jefferson. CeeDee Lamb. Josh Jacobs. These are all motherfuckers that are younger than him. So here's my question. I think this is an important question because we know there's student athletes and we know student comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Does motherfucker graduate yet?
That's the real question. I think that's the real question. Is like in 9 years, like you should have already been like fully.
That's the norm in Miami. Miami, it take those guys a minute to graduate. They don't take school too seriously down there. and ladies. I don't want to discriminate against them. It's not known for academics.
No.
Their biggest class enrollment is wave crashing 101.
Yo.
I'm glad that you don't tell me some of these stories till we're on air and you get my fresh jokes off the top of my brain. Like I don't have time to sit and think about this shit.
Oh no, I gotta get the organic reaction, bro.
Yeah, I love it. I'm like, what's the story? Miami. I'm like, I heard nothing about Miami. I can't wait that he's leading with this.
Yeah, he said my man's is a Miami man.
Yo, he's like
that's hilarious.
Neighbors. He's Seth Rogen with his wife living next door to the fraternity. Like, keep this shit down. We got a baby.
Yo, what's up, Cool McKay? Hey, shout out Cool, man. Y'all tap in with my brother's content, man. He got content all over the place. I'm gonna go back and watch his. He has an Eagles Elite podcast, and he's been going off the last few weeks after they lost to Arizona, after they lost to the Giants. I need to go and see this past Wednesday's episode because there's no way he was happy about that playoff performance at all. So y'all tap in with my brother Cool McCain. He got a lot of content across the whole YouTube verse. So tap in with him, man, for sure. But I'm willing to bet that Cool hold no punches.
I bet he's got to change his name to Not Cool McCain during that video. And the Eagles are not elite. He got to change the name of the podcast too. So I can make that joke. I'm a Jet fan. I can make that joke.
So I know my man. Wasn't too happy, but hey, shout out to Cool, man. Great dude. Love collaborating with him, man. Good peoples. But yeah, man. I do you think that the NCAA should have some type of rule or legislated the eligibility some different type of way?
They have the rule. You have to apply, and the NCAA has to approve it. It's not like you just staying in school, and saying you need another year. You have to apply. Yeah. I don't know what the guidelines are. What do you just have to submit a resume? Is it like getting a job at Walmart? You just got to put the resume in, and they're like, all right, good.
Well,
all right, you start.
Well, in his case, he had season-ending injuries for 4 straight years in a row from 2018 to 2021.
Maybe sometimes take the sign from the God, bro. Maybe it's time to get the education. And God's telling you, can you stop? Like, I'm giving you signs. Like, you were going to die on the field. You don't have any more limbs that we could take.
Like, well, yeah, cool. We talking about Cam McCormick, tight end from Miami. This
man caught passes from Vinny Testaverde. Vinny Testaverde gave him his campus tour in 1990. My man did mines with Gino Torretta.
I'm so clipping that. But yo, like man, he
helped Willis McGahee off the field.
Hey, like homeboy
with Miami references, those great. But that's all I got.
Hey, he helped pass out the Catholics versus Convents t-shirts. He was out there.
It converted him from a convict to a Catholic. He holds the shirt up. He's like, yo, this was my recruiting tour in 86.
Hey, bro, I can't. But I mean, it's just, look, because you're right. That is how it goes. You apply, they have a panel, and they vote. And should we allow him his eligibility or not?
Let me get in character here. Here's the panel.
Oh yeah, they're talking like hell, dog.
Yo, let's give him one more year. Let's see if anyone notices. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it one more year. No one will notice.
Yeah, just one more. Hey, but you know what's crazy? But on his end, like that takes a lot of mental strain to keep doing this process over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he's in college longer than kids are in grammar school. He did K through 8 twice.
This
motherfucker showed up 5 straight years with a cap and gown. They're like, not yet.
Hey man, you know what he does? He has to get his graduation cap and gown like tailored like each year because
no, he's got to get it preserved like they do wedding gowns. It's in an airtight bag in the closet just hanging.
Hey, Koo said he mentored Craig Olsen and Jeremy Shockey. All right. Hey, there are cats. Hey, the
motherfucker taught Ed Reed how to smoke a cigar.
No, Ed, no, you gotta puff. You don't inhale. You don't inhale.
You gotta let the aroma and you gotta let the moment help you settle.
Do you taste the notes? Yeah, come on.
This motherfucker was Antonio Montana's security.
Hey, this guy has been at Miami so long, he remember when The Rock actually was on the team.
He hung out with Gary Sheffield when Sheffield was a Marlin. was an extra in Ace Ventura.
Hey, here's one for you. Here's one for you that Cool just brought. He said Ray Lewis called him when the Atlanta situation happened. I know we are kidding. I know this is kid. Woo, Lord.
We're laughing. When we stop laughing, then it stops. But we keep coming up with it.
Oh shit! My stomach hurts like hell right now because I've been laughing so hard.
He's been in Florida so goddamn long. They think he retired there from New York.
God damn. Oh my gosh! He said he was giving Frank Gore shape ups. Hey, you want the Caesar, the taper? Just let me know, Frank, what you need, baby. It keeps coming, bro. Oh, it keeps coming. But like on some real shit, like that takes some mental fortitude to deal with that type of because I mean you've had injuries and that takes a mental toll on you. And just for him to keep coming back time and time again, I don't know how he does it on some real. At this point, if he makes it to the league,
people in the physical therapy room just got to think he's a stalker at this point. Like, yo, this motherfucker won't leave.
Yo, he won't. He
keeps breaking his own legs just to come back.
He won't go away. Oh man. I mean, because that's yeah, man. I hope something positive comes out of this. I'm still just kind of like
he's a Chris Winkie of tight ends.
Oh no, he makes Chris Winkie look like a child's play. By the time if he makes it to the league, that was about to be my next thing. What happens if he makes it to the league? He'll be like a 30-year-old rookie, bro. And you already know how it is in the NFL. Once you hit 30, yo, they ready to get rid of you, bro. Like he just got here and they're already trying to get rid of him, bro. Like, you got no more mileage left on you, dog. So I don't know. That's just wild, bro.
I never heard anybody go from college football to AARP.
Oh, bro.
We're from the FBS to AARP in 3 weeks.
Hey, bro. Oh man. Oh, ooh.
He remembers what class he was in when JFK got shot.
Damn, bro. Hey, that's who he should get an NIL deal with. He should get an NIL deal with ARP. He could go. I mean, he's eligible, right? He's playing. Might as well go ahead and get your NIL money. Get your little endorsement deal with AARP. You know, play a little tight end for the Hurricanes and get it done, man. Sorry, McCormick, man. We really been roasting you for like the last 10 minutes, dog.
He's turning Miami University into Army Navy, where you go for 20 years and then retire.
Hey, good.
I'm drying out with jokes now, but I think they're still decent. If I started with some of these, they'd be good. I just think the concept is dying out right now.
Cam McCormick. Sorry, guy. We literally just spent the last 15 minutes roasting on you, dog. So
we talked about him more than he's played. So
yo. Hey yo, that's wild. That's wild. I didn't even bother to look up the actual his minutes that he's played. I'm pretty sure it's not too long. Oh man, that's nuts, man.
All right, now I got to Google his stats. Watch him be like for 9 years.
Oh please.
4 catches, 13 yards, 1 fumble loss.
Hey, if he has a fumble loss in there, I'm really gonna lose my shit. Cause like, bro, you ain't even been long enough to be making mistakes like this. Like every minute that you played should have been perfect. Like you should have been playing perfect football on year 9 of eligibility, bro. Like, cause you know, you ain't.
This is hysterical.
What's up? Oh, read the stats.
It's a college player, so it's weird on the eyes to see 2017. I wasn't too far off. 6 catches, 89 yards. This is not his game log. This is his season log. Year 2, 2018. 1 catch, -2 yards. Then he missed 19. He missed 20. This was at Oregon for those years. Then 2021, 1 catch, 16 yards. 2022 was a monster. 10 catches, 66 yards.
Ooh.
2023 was his first year in Miami, and I kind of hate that I did this because I ruined all of the good been in Miami so long jokes. Receptions 8 for 62.
Please. Well, you said he started in Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, hell, didn't he probably play with Ahmad Rashad before he meant what? Before he went Muslim?
He went to school with Phil Knight. He had the idea for the Nike logo.
He's plugged in, dog. Plugged in with the Phil Knight, bro. Plugged in. Oh man,
Phil Knight were jogging partners.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. So not only has he been in college football for now 9 years, the stats show of a person that barely even made the field. I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy, dog, to get that man another year eligibility when he ain't even production ain't there. I'm sorry. I mean, why you keep giving this man eligibility when you can see that the production is not there?
He had 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. He had 6 years at Oregon. Brandon Marshall had more catches in that one game than he had in 7 years.
7 years. That's just wild, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't, like we said, we don't know the criteria that this panel is really looking at to say, hey, man, you deserve another year. But I mean, at some point, I'm like, yo, bro, I can't continue to put you out here, bro. Like, one, I think you're, health reasons because you keep getting hurt. And then two, for what? Because just for me, now that I'm thinking about it, man, that's taking a spot away from somebody that can, possibly, do something with a college football career. I don't know. Hey, I don't know how they really do it, but hey, that's
better be a fucking lawyer by now.
Well, hey, I mean, we've seen lawyers
or a doctor. Not that I'd ever let a doctor who went to Miami work on me, but I mean, you gotta have something.
Yeah, I hear you. Let's move on.
This dude look like a guy who loves messing with 18-year-old girls, though.
Oh Lord, hey, yeah, slightly Weinstein vibes. Yeah. Anyway,
ring the bell. I'm done. I'm tapped
yeah,
out.
I'm tapping out. I know. As I said, let's move on. Man, it looks like BeliCHEAT might be heading down south, man. It's not confirmed, but I mean, it's a no-brainer. When you go back for the second interview, you're pretty much locked in. You're pretty much tapped in.
This guy was in college longer than BeliCHEAT was with the Patriots.
Hey,
I thought I was done. Hey. Just when I think I'm out, they bring me right back in.
They keep calling me. So let's really spend some time on this and really think about the roster for the Falcons. And you think that would be a good fit for BeliCHEAT?
Yeah, because they got no quarterback and he don't know how to develop him. He's gonna be in a casket, and then his son's just gonna have him with a headset saying, "Dad, you're gonna get the win record soon, Dad. Even though you're the first dead coach in NFL history, but we're gonna." It'll be 5 years from now. BeliCHEAT will be dead. His son will have there and go, "Dad, you ain't gonna believe it either. Cam McCormick is still in college." Like, you just left a place where you had a stout defense.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have a quarterback. And you are going deep with Atlanta? Here's my thought process if I'm Bill. That division is weak.
Mm-hmm.
I could get 2 games a year off of Bryce Young. I could split one with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
And it'll take me 5 years. Like, you need 22 wins. I don't see 22 wins in 3 seasons with Atlanta. Right now.
Well, they've been going 7-9 or 7-10 the last couple of years.
You're gonna reset with the quarterback? You're picking 8th, and everyone thinks that. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna trade for Justin Fields?
Well, you got to do something at quarterback. I think we both can agree on that. You got to do something at quarterback.
You have to do something, but at 8, in the draft. What are you going all in to trade up?
Hey, cool. It's funny because
that'd be great. That'd be so great. That would be cool.
We talked about that on another podcast, the Man Cave Sports podcast, about Russ going to Atlanta and all the hilarious scenarios that brings. Because I do agree with Cool's comment right here. I like literally dissecting the Falcons. You got the weapon.
Yeah. But that's the most important part of winning games in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even when you have your guy, like, and I'm not taking a jab here, Cool, but you had your guy in Hurts, and then he hurts his knee in that Buffalo game, and all of a sudden, winning football games becomes very difficult. You know, you guys went 1-6 after he came out of that Buffalo game for a little bit, and he just wasn't the same down the end. So I'm hesitant, if I'm Bill, taking a quarterback who has been, if it's Fields, or if it's, I'll talk Fields first because I brought him up real quick.
Okay.
Fields is not the pocket passer that people want him to be. I think he's a very good quarterback. I think he's a very good weapon. I think that he should stay in Chicago. I think he is going to stay in Chicago because why would you keep that lame duck coach on a 1 year, not to get too deep into that, but if you bring in a new quarterback, you're not bringing in a 1 year lame duck head coach to coach your rookie quarterback. You're going to bring in a new coach and a new system and build it for that guy. But sticking with Atlanta, why trade for the guy that's got questions, especially when you just saw what happened to Hurts? As soon as Hurts' legs kind of got injured on him, everything changed about his game. He like fell off a cliff. You bring up Russ. I can't see Bill bringing in the quarterback after Pete Carroll didn't want him and Sean Payton don't want him. You're talking about a guy who holds the ball too long at times, tries to scramble, like goes off script a lot. Ain't going to work in a Belichick. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know because, I mean, we do remember Belichick's, how he structured his teams. It wasn't about being pass happy. It was about running the ball, controlling the clock, playing defense. That fits Russ. That fits Russ to a T.
But you do need to throw it.
I mean, that's an expensive route to go to have somebody,
What the fucking Adam Schefter retweets breaking big news, and then you click it. It says the rest is for Indy. Scouting combine will remain in Indy for 2025.
Yeah, no. That's. But I'm saying like that's an expensive route to go, is to have Russ just to turn around and hand the ball off 25 times 30 times a game and probably take 15 to 20 pass attempts, dropbacks. But I mean, it's that fits Bill's character, how he runs his teams, is let's control the clock, play defense. And let's not forget, look at the weapons that he has that he did not have in New England. He did not have a Drake London. He did not have a Bijan. He did not have a Kyle Pitts. He did not have nowhere close to the offensive weapons that, and obviously we haven't seen the full potential of those weapons because I just think that Arthur Smith did a terrible job at coaching. But who knows specifically who he gets in there as offensive coordinator to tap into those full potential of those young guys that you drafted early in the first round for the first 3 years in a row. So
I don't know, man. It's a quarterback league, and for someone with his pedigree and his level to be going all in, what it looks like this quick with a team with quarterback questions, it's kind of shocking to me because you just saw what happened the last 4 years without your quarterback. They declined every year. They've gotten worse. They haven't been able to bring in the offensive talent. Now, I know you say they have it, and they do. They got some nice young pieces with Pitts, London, Bijan. Algier isn't bad. He's a nice 1-2 punch. But you can't just fill in X at quarterback. You know what I mean? You can't just write a name in and it works. So I'm just very surprised that this would be a place that he looks at and says, yeah, I'm going to take that. Like, how are you not going crazy to get to LA. Well, maybe LA didn't want you, right?
Well,
but you got Herbert's available.
It's funny you say that because I think it's twofolds on that LA thing. I think that he probably had interest, and LA is thinking, yeah, we'll listen to you. But I think LA got their mindset on Harbaugh,
and which is smart for them because Harbaugh does good with quarterback development, and there are some flaws in Herbert's game that if you can reel in and make him less of a Brett Favre and more of an Aaron Rodgers, you know what I mean? Being the smart quarterback, taking what they give you, stop trying to make every big throw, and sometimes just be more efficient. I think Herbert's got all the talent. He can make all the big throws. And when you get that defense thinking you're going short, that's when you go over the top. Go ahead for a minute. Let me take this.
Yeah, go ahead. It's just when you look at these the coaching situations, and just for me, when you see second interview with Atlanta, it just screams that hey, that's their guy. And how can you not, despite the downfalls of the last few years in New England, look, we can be honest. The last 4 years in New England were trash with Bill at the helm. They were pitiful. But
I love it.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a Jets fan. You love it.
Just a taste of it.
But you brought up a good point earlier. He doesn't need to be the Hall of Fame coach that won 6 Super Bowls to have success in the NFC South. We see how terrible that division is. I mean, literally, somehow Baker Mayfield is starting to go on a run and playoff separated. You got on a run at the right time, and next thing you know, they won that division because it was up for grabs all season.
Yeah.
So I mean,
that was Jets Chaos, Jeremy. That called. Yeah. I was like, let me go. Like anything important? And I'm like, I'm in the I.O.W. show. He goes, oh, say hi to that wild card Lamar Jackson Raven guy for me.
Well, Jeremy's funny. He's hilarious.
He is. He called me to check on. I went on a nice run on blackjack. I'm up $1,000 in the last 2 days. He's like, you didn't fucking give it back, did you? I'm like, no, but let me call you back later.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. But I mean, it to that point that you brought up, it don't take much to win that division. So I mean, he can.
And that's why, right? That's like I
think that's the selling point.
Bruised and battered puppy that you can go kick around, right? Like you're not afraid of that. You're not going into the division with the Chiefs. You're not going into the division with the 49ers. You're looking at this and saying, not a lot there. Like Baker Mayfield's the biggest competition there. Okay, this is probably the place where I can be successful. My best chance of being successful quickly is down in the Big A or the WA. Do they call it?
No, A-Town down. Atlanta. But I mean, but like you said,
across Mason-Dixon, so I don't know the lingo. I apologize.
Look at it this way. I think they have a good, solid defense, and obviously with his defensive prowess as a coach, can do some things with it.
And they got the number 8 pick.
Yeah.
So if you want to jump, you want to go all in, you want to go get Caleb, you want to go get Drake May, you want to get Jaden Daniels and bring in a freak athlete to play quarterback. You want to stay at 8, you want to take Dallas Turner, take the another edge and just build that top 5 defense in and year out, like Bill likes to do. You want to take Fashanu, you want to build an incredible offensive line, you want to take I don't think receivers in question there.
Yeah, but so a 7-10 team, his coaching can probably at least elevate them to a 9-win team in that division. Maybe at the stretch of a 10-win team. I think that might be stretching it.
Right now, I would say without knowing the quarterback, it stays at 7, and here's why. Defensive coaching is going to get you 2 games. The offensive coaching is going to lose you 2 games. It stays at 7.
What's up, Mel?
What up, though?
You done playing with your dipstick, motherfucker?
Yeah, how'd your oil change go?
Detroit Warriors.
Yeah. How'd your oil change go? Did everything's all clean under there?
I'm a little sore.
We're just in the midst of talking about possibility of Bill Belichick in Atlanta. Kind of give us your thought process, because he's going for a second interview, and usually when you get that second interview, you pretty much got the job. So
yeah, they just trying to figure out which way he gonna cheat.
That's usually the context. That second interview is usually like, let's start talking numbers now. Like, we agreed, we want you, you want us. Now we're gonna do some contracts.
So what kind of camera do you use now?
Outside the stadium, do you use those cameras that the Mercedes uses while backing up?
hey, that's strictly just trying to iron out the formalities of how we're going to do this thing, right?
Right. I mean,
like, are we using 4K cameras? Are we using high def? What up?
I say the potential is there if he can build something with the pieces he has. You got Bijan, London, Pitts. I think you just need a quarterback. We all know that. I figured y'all probably said that, but you need a quarterback. So if they can get a quarterback, either a veteran to come in, to kind of be that person to be the place sitter till they get someone else. He has a potential to be decent, because all you gotta do is be decent the first couple of years. They give him that. They're giving that leeway because he's Belichick.
The countdown to 22 wins is what's most important to him.
Right.
And if you can go 7-8 wins for 3 years,
he's there.
Yeah. So I think.
So one of the guys, I don't know if you've seen him, Sean Curtis, Dolphin fan. He posts and chopping in our group a lot. And he had a comment the other day. He's like, well, the meeting with Atlanta was at 3:00 and Belichick showed up early. Rumor is the meeting was at 3:00. He goes, rumor is that Belichick showed up almost a half an hour early, getting there at 2:58.
Now,
very good. It's a very good joke.
Now, let's be honest. That's a little weird to have him in the building. Just a little bit.
Right? Like if you're Bill, you walk down the hall and you go, you hang the banner that you were up by 25 points anywhere?
Well, you
were going to hang that banner?
Well, he definitely walks past the NFC Championship banner for 2016.
I noticed that your owner is just like your banners. It's blank.
I get with y'all.
You got to drop a corny joke once in a while to let people appreciate the fucking nukes that you drop. Sometimes you got to throw out the corny joke just to let people know that
you're still white.
You got to appreciate this. What else?
I said you're still white.
Don't you talk to me like that,
nigga.
We were getting along here, and then this
nigga
showed up. I love the Staples button. That's the Staples button for me.
Walking reckless. Crazy as hell. Well, I don't know. But like to your point, man.
It's weird. NFC, all of it's weird.
Yeah. Well, it's all weird, but I mean, there's a possibility of Kirk Cousins might be out there. Possibility Russell Wilson might be out there.
I think Atlanta should try to get him.
What, Kirk?
Yeah.
Cousins is
Cousins and what they have there, that may work. And Belichick, that may be a good. I mean, fuck Kirk Cousins, but that may work.
And fuck Bill Belichick. Me and Mel with this tandem.
Right.
And we're both a fan of fuck the A. So, that's a good call, Mel.
Yeah.
That's a really good call. Smart, efficient quarterback, older, wise. That's a really good call.
Hey, where does Atlanta pick this year?
8th.
They may get a quarterback ball to them.
It's jumpable. Yeah. Carolina went from 9 to 1 last year.
So you get Kirk Cousins over there. You get a quarterback that you can get and sit under Kirk Cousins. You building something in Atlanta.
Yeah, but So let me ask you this: in that scenario, Kirk Cousins at least got 3-4 more years possibly left in him. I wouldn't use that 8th round pick to jump up or get nobody right now. I would, overall. Yeah, 8th overall. I would add to either
But here's the thing. If you look at the way the draft is, I haven't like did a in-depth thing, but basically what I can remember, you look at the draft is quarterback heavy.
And wide receiver.
Wide receiver heavy. So people gonna probably pick receiver, quarterback within those first couple of ones. You jump up and you get a good quarterback. By the time your second pick come around, there's still someone good left to fill other holes you need. Now you have your future quarterback sitting on your roster.
Oh, so you're saying full of Jordan Love in this bitch?
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Look at. I mean, Atlanta has some pieces.
Yeah.
They have some young pieces. They're not old. They got some young pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You add the right pieces there, man. Atlanta, in the South state of where it is, has been.
Oh, the
Atlanta
South.
can rule.
First of all,
Atlanta can rule the South.
The NFC South not changing no time.
Right, I'm saying so. Atlanta can rule the South.
No, you're right. You're right, and that was one of the possibilities about with Belichick going there is. That Nick had brought up was, just how weak the division is. And you're talking about a team going, 9-8, 8-9, winning that division for the last few years, and all you got to do is get hot at the right time towards the end of the back end of the season, and you can win that division. And then see how it turned in for the Buccaneers. I mean, now they're in the second round of the playoffs. So
they got $26 million available right now. I'm really falling in love with that Kirk Cousins thing. And here's the cool thing. It's not cool, but interesting about it.
Right.
You go give Cousins a 3-year deal. You give Belichick a 3-year deal. You marry them together for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Belichick's not the GM.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're not Belichick making decisions would be like, I'm not fucking taking a quarterback for the future. I got my quarterback for 3 years. I'm gonna go get this record and fucking retire.
Right.
But the organization's gonna be like, oh, well, we don't plan on picking in the top 10 now that we have you and we got Cousins and we have this roster. So it's going to be, man, that would be a fantastic behind the scenes show.
Right.
Like watch, you know what I mean? Like the debates that they'll never let go public, but man, to be a fly on the wall for that, if this happens, is really interesting.
Well, I think we all can agree, whatever team he goes to, do not give that man the power to be the GM.
Oh, most definitely.
Do not.
No. You value his input like you do any other coach. Maybe his a little more for his pedigree. On the defensive side of the ball, who do you want, bro? Offense? Shut the fuck up. We got this. Look at the weapons we've got on offense, Bill. Go play with your dog. Go escape from the storehouse.
Get a massage
in the morning with no shirt on. Go do what Creepy Bill does.
Right.
Freaky Bill, them freaky Bills. Hey, a lot of possibilities. Let's go to another coaching thing. Cool. I don't know if you in here still, but for me, Nick Sirianni, I think I got to move on, and here's why. I got to move on. And it's not because he goes to the Super Bowl last year. Okay, that's cool. But we're still talking about a franchise that literally got rid of Doug Peterson, who won them a Super Bowl a couple of years later once they started seeing the trend go down. What I'm saying is what exactly is Nick Sirianni doing when he goes to the Super Bowl, loses both his coordinators, and then all of a sudden, you've been playing with fire all season, and then you get exposed down the stretch of the season, and then just get demolished in that playoff game. Literally got demolished by Baker Mayfield, and literally Todd Bowles outcoached you. What exactly did you do? Was it Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon as your offense and defensive coordinators? Did they prop you up? Were they your crutch that bad? Because you take them away and you see what you get this year. What exactly did you do, Nick Sirianni? That's just me. Exactly what kind of coach are you? The fact that you gotta, you lose two coordinators and then all of a sudden your team looks totally 100% different. 100% different on both sides of the ball. That offense did not look like the dominant offense it did last year when they was unstoppable doing a tush push. Jalen Hurts is literally balling. Was an MVP candidate. MVP candidate. He did not look like an MVP candidate this year, regardless of the injuries. I'm talking about the play. Then look at the defensive side of the ball. Where are all those sacks that they had last year? They had 70 sacks last year. I don't even think they reached 50 this year. And let's not get started on the back end. They gave up so much cheeks on the pass on the secondary side. You make a trade, go get a safety in Cameron Byard, who was a Pro Bowl safety. That didn't make a difference. Like, what exactly did Nick Sirianni do? Because you take away two coordinators and your team does not look the same. Damn the record. 11 wins, it looks like crap now. It looks like you was literally, lucky as hell to get those 11 wins this year. That is not the same team that went to the Super Bowl last year. So what exactly did Nick Sirianni do? That's why I have to put his job in question. What do I need you for?
Nick?
Oh, man, I just want to start off this with fuck you, Mark, because now you're going to make me defend this just to take the different side of it. I think the summary of the 2023 NFL season is healthy quarterbacks. And before that injury in the Buffalo game, they were 10-1. Mm-hmm. And since then, they were 1-6 with the playoff game. Something wasn't right with Hurts from that game. I remember watching the overtime game of Buffalo, and they asked him, he's like, I'll be all right. I'll play. I'm all right. I guarantee you this guy gets surgery that in the next couple of weeks. I bet you he gets off-season surgery because something ain't right. Timing was off. Passes were off. I didn't see a lot of Philly games, but Philly was in the Super Bowl last year, so they get national games. A.J. Brown turned into a suicide bomber. He looks like he just wants to be Antonio Brown 2.0. Like he's Antonio Jr. is the AJ. That's what that stands for. He looks like he's ready to self-destruct from that team from the inside out. You're losing Kelsey. You're losing one of your leaders. I'm very curious to see the direction of this team going forward. But I will say this. You go to the Super Bowl. You start off 10-1. Your quarterback gets injured. Healthy Hurts, you go 1-6. Hell yeah, chopping block, get out of here. All right, that sneeze showed up and disappeared like a girl going in Mel's car. Never to be seen again. Then all of a sudden, I was like, "I'm free!" Breaks out of like the rope and everything.
I don't need rope when they. I
don't want to defend Sirianni. Like I'm on record saying I hate all things Philly, and the only good thing to ever come out of Philly was Rocky, and he's made up. Wow. But cool, you're cool.
The Roots, man, Black Thought.
What?
Say the Roots, Black Thought.
I mean, I could have said a cheesesteak, but I was sticking to sports.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's like, of course, the white guy just said the white fake guy.
It's because of the name, isn't it? You can't root for Black Thought because of the name.
Yeah, that's
it.
That's it. Don't like Nikki Tight Pants. Oh man. I don't know, man. Coaching, I don't know what he does. I know I saw a Bleacher Report or a tweet come out from Rappaport maybe saying that they're going to look outside the organization. But, I mean, you really had Matt Patricia, failed Matt Patricia. Like, are you surprised that shit went downhill? Matt Patricia has been a failure unless he's attached to the tit of Belichick. So, I mean, you promoted a guy who has been a colossal failure without being on the New England sideline. And we know Belichick is the D coordinator. He just allows somebody else to call the script that he fucking laid out.
Right.
When things go bad in a game, Belichick's got the board in front of the defense. Belichick gathers the team. Patricia standing there with a pencil that don't even have a fucking point on it because they don't let him write his own shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm a very good coach, man. Pop one in a 2019 Super Bowl, baby. 5th in the nation. Represent Woodbridge, New Jersey. Let's go. Woodbridge Broncos, top of the food chain. Yeah, so I can't.
Oh, damn.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know. The injury there. I think going into next year, it's definitely a hot seat situation. But I don't have the controls anymore. Cool. I've been waiting to get to this comment. It says you wrote BeliCHEAT loves trash divisions and cheating. If he loved trash divisions, he would go take a job in the NFC East because that is the only division without a representative in the divisional weekend. Boom.
We'll talk about that in a second. The rest. Well, go ahead, drop your comments, Mel. I don't know. Hey, just for me, I will put his job in question, especially what I saw Monday.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know the ins and outs because I don't watch a lot. Cover Philly a lot. Watch a lot of Philly games. So like him being a puppet and all that stuff, that part I don't know. From the outside looking in, I still have to give him at least one more year because this year he had a lot of things thrown at him that made his season not as good as it can be. The injury. If what Nick is saying is true, if Jalen Hurts was still injured, then you have to add that factor. Not having no real weapons on offense. I mean, your whole offense circles around A.J. Brown. And you saw that when he was out, they played Tampa. It's just like, where was the offense?
Well, I kind of contribute that to play calling. I thought the game plan in the play calling was trash. Because the play calling was trash. Because here's why I say that.
Go ahead.
Because you're familiar with DeAndre Swift, and guess what? DeAndre managed to stay healthy this year.
He did.
So you know what it is, how dangerous DeAndre Swift is when he's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't use him. They did not use
him coming out the backfield. Or they didn't use him a lot. They use Gainwell more than they catch out the backfield than Swift. And I think Swift is a better running back when he get in open space.
Yes, especially the ball out the backfield. Yes,
right. So I don't know why they didn't use him more instead of Gainwell. I don't know, man. There's a lot of factors. Losing your coordinators, trying to find the right fit for the next coordinator to come in. So there's a lot of factors. I still have to give him one more year, at least one more, to kind of see. Okay, here's your year to see. You got all everybody healthy, coming back. Let's see what you can do. Then after that, I'll be talking about firing or keeping him after that.
I hear you. I would just, I don't know, because I feel like this is a situation where you is like, exactly what do you have at coach? Is he the right person?
So Triple X, is that you agree with Nick being gay or you agree with my comment? I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's what I meant. You were gay. I thought you were gay. That's why I didn't say anything.
I just want to make sure we get before we're going forward. It's okay, Nick. It's 2024. It's all right to come out of the closet.
Liani and BJ blow at that, pun intended. No, but I mean, hey,
I'm doing a full round on mine.
If Jeffrey Lurie seems that he's the right guy for the job, and that's Jeffrey Lurie's, that's his intentions. That's his team. Just me personally, what I saw Monday was a team that quit, gave up, and look, I'm just like, damn, you losing to Baker Mayfield in that fashion?
Yeah, that was a bad loss.
That was bad. You mean you being generous?
How dare you strike down negativity on the great Baker Mayfield, a man who has overcome adversity in Cleveland, Carolina, and Los Angeles, and gave back the keys to the stadium for the Progressive commercial.
They gave him the keys back to the stadium, huh? Oh, they gave him keys to the ship, and he Push the cannons, fire the cannons. I don't know, man. It's just so it's can I hear you guys' thoughts on Jim Harbaugh possibly?
We're gonna get to that.
I would just like to say, Triple X, I love your work.
Yeah. Now, is it Ice T Triple X or the Vin Diesel Triple X?
I'm a big fan of your work.
Oh no, I know.
Oh, you're talking about like the other side of Triple X.
Oh no, we talking
Triple
about
X in general. Big fan.
Oh,
big fan.
okay, got you.
Well, Triple X can be
Not a fan of single. Not a fan of NC-17. Not a fan of double X. Triple X.
Triple X. Got
Big
you.
fan.
They want X and Saucion? Not that.
No, I don't even know what it is. But Triple X, I do know that. Got me into trouble as a youngin', but it's okay.
The red curtain.
Well, let's talk about that real quick, because Triple X. Like it. I love it.
I like that.
But no, for this question, to me, and obviously we'll let Mel speak because he's a Michigan fan and he's definitely has a great opinion on this. I just thought it was just going to be a matter of time anyway, before he was going to make the jump back to the NFL.
Right.
Now it sucks that it's happening now because he finally broke through, finally got the national championship, and you want to see, the progression of what he can do at the University of Michigan. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of, say what you want, although there's winning, there's still some NCAA haterism and dark clouds over there that probably want him gone anyway. And just for me personally, I think the NCAA don't want him there. I think he pissed somebody off either in the NCAA, the Big Ten, and they want him gone in there because I never seen a guy get suspended 3 times or take self-imposed suspensions twice in the season and still wins a national championship, and they're still trying to find a way to, put something on him. I just thought it was just going to be a matter of time. I just don't like the fact that the possibility of him leaving Michigan in the college world is going to possibly leave some dark clouds left behind on the University of Michigan, and he's not going to be there to really, deal with the, situations. I just think that him, hey, he got to do what he got to do. He said, look, he got to do.
It's not on the same level, man. It's not.
Yeah.
The whole thing with Michigan and the science still is not on the same level because then you have. They came out, Ohio State was doing the same thing. Came out, other teams doing the same thing. No one's talking about that. Y'all are only talking about Michigan. We
talk about the team dumb enough to get caught.
Ohio State got called. They brought that up.
I didn't hear anything about it.
I know. I know.
I have these interwebs. I saw nothing of the sort.
Yeah. And to Triple X comment, yeah, at some point in time, well, see, and that was my biggest thing when you talk about sign stealing. My thing is you talking about something that's part of football. If I figure out your signs, that's not on me. That's on you.
It's on you.
That's on you. If you're dumb enough to make it that obvious, that's on you. And the NCAA, like who said, yeah, they're still investigating, and I think I just think it's a witches.
I think you can't put them on level of BeliCHEAT. They deflating balls. They going into stadiums with the quarter. Yeah, all right. So they doing all doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, don't trust.
They squeezing these nuts. Wait, what are they doing?
Hey, whatever it takes to win. Whatever it takes to
whoa,
sir. Deflating these balls, squeezing these nuts. It's Tom Brady. We know what that motherfucker was up to. We know why he left him for the poor boy.
Hey, and they film it all.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they
film it all in Triple X style. Yeah, we tie it all together. That's fucking comedy right there, man. That's a pretty little bump.
Woo! Booyah!
Hey, they did it. What it takes to win. Hey, Giselle, go ahead and suck this nigga dick. Try to win. See, whatever it takes to win.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, I love that. I love that sound of another $520 in FanDuel winnings hitting the account.
Yeah, so I mean,
Ohio State head coach or something like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is. There might be some time.
The main reason and I'm not big on college, and I'm not big on the Big Ten. Like, I'll watch a Rutgers game on a Saturday if it's on. But I'm an SEC guy. Wasn't the reason Michigan got caught because didn't they have a guy, an assistant on the other team's sideline? Wasn't that
had somebody? He worked for the university. I don't know if he's exactly assistant. Yeah, he's on the other team's sideline.
That's different level than we caught on to your. This means steal second. That's different than, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to get too deep into that with all the NFL talk, but I think Michigan might want to move on from Harbaugh and the headaches that Harbaugh brings to the table.
I don't think Michigan do. I think Michigan wants him there.
I mean, they gave him a big contract, but the contract offer said you can't go to the NFL for 1 year. So why are you doing one more year? It doesn't make sense,
right?
To me, like, if you want your guy, you fucking give him a contract that says you ain't going nowhere. Here's 10 years. Here's $150 million for 10 years, because what you bring to the school, what you bring financially, what you'll bring with bowls, 150 ain't nothing to Michigan, right? Lock him up, give him a no out, or you got a $50 million buyout or some shit, whatever the case may be. Make it so that your guy. Why give him a 10-year deal for $120 million and say, all right, you can leave in 10 months? What the fuck is that?
Right.
Yeah.
They upped the offer? Last I saw was 120.
They want him there. They want him there. And so does LA. So for me, I think it's going to be a comment.
The ball's in Harbaugh's court, whatever he wants.
Yeah.
It's all about what he wants to do. I think he wants to go to the NFL.
I think he does, because he's still every year.
If you don't, because remember, prior to this, he would just say, I'm not interested. Now he's talking about interviewing, and
he's interviews last year. He's taking this year.
So I'm thinking he wants to go.
I think so too. I think so too.
Pressure. You did it at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure to do it again might be bigger than the pressure of doing it once. So there's less pressure if you go to the second team in LA. There's less pressure if you go take that franchise. And then if you fail in a couple of years, you'll be the hottest fucking commodity in both levels, in NFL or college. So
you know what Jim Harbaugh's
scenery is good for everybody.
It is, but you know what's good for Harbaugh and his deal with Michigan that's been his saving grace? He's beating Ohio State.
Yeah.
If he is not beating Ohio State the last 3 years, this is not even a conversation. They're like,
oh yeah, well, definitely insane.
Like, bro, hey, you've been losing to these because Mel, speak to it. He was losing to Ohio State.
They wanted his job when he was in Ohio State.
At some point, they wanted his ass, and so
I mean, it's the same reason how what's his name, Woody Harrison, not Woody Harrison. What's the dude's coach Ohio State before with the glasses? I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Urban Meyer?
No, before Urban Meyer. When Bo Schembechler was there. Oh,
you talking about
Woody Hayes?
Woody Hayes, thank you. I could take his name. No, I'm with something. Hey, that's why he lost his job. Because he couldn't beat Michigan. It's on both sides. Like, you got this is the game you have to win. Ohio State. That's why I think Ryan Day is not gonna last too long.
No,
he not beat Michigan.
I've been saying that. Hey, you can go 1-10 in the Big Ten. But that one win,
it better be either beat Michigan or beating Ohio State, whichever one you're talking about.
It better be that one.
It better be that one.
It better be that one.
For real.
So let's be honest. That if he hasn't been beating Ohio State the last 3 years, this is not even a conversation.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So that's been his only saving grace, and that'll be his only saving grace on why Michigan is even allowing any of this to even transpire. Because they're like, take your little interviews, but we'll still be here. We'll love you, Jim. And they want him, of course. Like you said, the ball is in his court.
I mean, you gotta look at it, like Harbaugh gets so much respect because he played there. His family, now is kind of like do a lot of things in Ann Arbor. So, he's part of Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
So that's why he gets so much respect, so much leeway, so much rope. But my thing is, one saving grace is that you got a chance to see what Sharon can do when Harbaugh was suspended. Yeah, we can't say it's 100% because Harbaugh was at some of the practices, but you kind of got a feel of him there in the game, coaching the team without Harbaugh being on the sideline.
I feel that.
Is he a big enough name though for Michigan with where they're at? And
well, I don't know. I'm just saying
recruiting don't mean shit anymore. It's basically we're going to offer you a contract, so you don't need a big name coach. You just got to have your boosters write a check.
For real.
No, you just got to beat Ohio State.
no, but now I would say
recruiting has been taken out of coaches' hand. That's a different topic, but now these high school kids are free agents. It's not how can you get my kid to the NFL? It's what are you going to fucking pay us now?
Yeah, what can you get us now? Right.
What the NIL money looking like? I feel you. I
think that's part of the reason why Saban retired.
Oh, come on. We know that. We know that. That's the reason why.
What's up, Mel?
Shout out Mel at Man Down Sports. Y'all tap in with their content. But that's the reason why. I mean, come on. Y'all can't. Even when we talked about it when it happened last week when Saban retired, that was definitely part of it. That man knew that he was losing his grip on his control of NCAA football. He was no longer.
At 72 years old, he don't want to deal with college free agency and bidding wars.
That's a lot. Yeah.
His strength was we're going to develop your son. He might sit for a year or two, but then he's going to replace an All-American player and become an All-American player. He's going to get drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. Now you don't got to do all that hard work to get paid. You just got to have a good Instagram portfolio in high school, and you're getting paid going into college.
Right. That's true, though.
Man, that's true. It's so crazy how this business is nowadays. Because I remember when we were coming up, man, it was so different.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing with the NIL. Not to make this to an NIL conversation, but it's the Wild Wild West now. Because there's no way, there's no kind of governance on it right now, and I don't think so. Like you got people on both ends of the spectrum. There's no way, no one's kind of in the middle. It's either get rid of it or keep it. And I think that it has to be tweaked, but I don't think you should get rid of it. It has to be tweaked a little bit,
regulated better.
Regulated better, whatever terminology you want to use. But right now it's the Wild Wild West. And
that and the transfer portal.
Oh yeah, I mean, I loop all that together.
Oh, you loop it all together? Okay.
I loop it all together.
Well, that is the NIL because you're getting offers. If you come here, we'll pay you this.
Right.
Like, they go hand in hand now.
Because y'all remember back in the day, the transfer portal, when you transfer,
good point, Mel.
You had to sit out a year.
Forward to their first. I hope they bring back mud bath wrestling. Corey Wilson and Casey Keebler had a mud bath match one time. They better bring that back and put those two against one another.
But I mean,
that guy Cam McCormick's been at Miami so long; those twins were in diapers.
I don't disagree with you, Mel, on that, but I guess for me, I'm always an advocate of if this is a new trend. You know what I'm saying? How do we get aboard and make it work for what we have? I think a lot of times, especially like we who are like older than a certain system and, we're used to a certain system. Let me say it that way. We're used to a certain system and we've been seeing it for years that way. When something new comes along, we so married to that old system that when that new system come along, we just automatically reject it.
Yeah, it's resistance because people don't like change.
Right.
It takes a minute to conform to certain things that, well, for one, it's trying to find the understanding of it, and two, it's trying to see the purpose of it, and then and then once you become accustomed to it, you're like, oh, okay, now that's just how it is.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm not like what Mel said about it's a business, it's sport and entertainment. It's about entertainment. I mean, you have to look at society as a whole. You add in social media. A lot of kids, when a lot of us were watching growing up, social media wasn't a big thing.
And, well, first of all, it didn't exist.
Right. Well, it didn't exist. I say, yeah, right. Didn't exist.
You're talking about
so now a lot of these kids now was born into it.
Yes.
That's all they know.
That's all they know.
So they're attached to it.
Yes.
And so it becomes a part of their lives. So everything they do is a part of their lives. So think about if you That's what you're a part of, and sports is a part of your life. You're combining sports and social media together. They become one. They become this marriage together. And I think that, how do you, as people who regulates the sports, how do you make that work for all parties involved?
Here's a caveat to exactly what you're saying. And we always say sports is a microcosm of society.
Right.
The same people who are making these decisions on these boards, on the NCAA boards, these Big 12, SEC, Big 10 boards, they are older than us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of them like 70s.
So you
wanted an asterisk put in for Roger Maris's home run record. That's how long these motherfuckers been around.
So how is it that you have people who can't relate to these student athletes trying to figure out how to think like these student athletes? You can't. You grew up in two different times.
The same way with Congress, but hold on.
You gotta take the other side of that.
Okay, go ahead.
I think when you're looking in terms of NCAA, they need to not worry about relating to the athlete. I think they need to worry about relating to the fan. And if we can look at it as fans and say, all right, it is the wild, wild west. This shit's out of control. Like, you can't have guys opting out while the season is still going on.
Right.
January 10th, all right, free agency, go fucking nuts. But you can't have guys like before your season's over, like, I'm in the portal. Like, there's got to be regulations to it. We're not saying no. We're not saying that you have to stay at that school, but you got to structure it better. There's got to be an open window for the portal.
Yeah.
And that's fine. If you want to have the portal, that's fine. I'm not going to get into that debate whether it's good or bad for the sport, whatever. That's a long that's a deep hole. And then we got to do NFL talk. But when you're looking at it, just structure it better. Like, we're not saying don't leave. Coaches aren't held to their contracts. They can get out. You can get out too. That's fine. But if people are paying and sponsors are paying this big money for bowl games and Florida State trots out what Florida State trotted out, you're hurting your sport. So you have to relate to the fan. I mean, how many fucking stadiums do you see for bowl games that are not even half full? You gotta find a way to get the fan in, or else you're gonna lose the fan money, and this NIL money ain't gonna go for shit. And there's gonna be 10 schools that can afford it every year because nobody else gives a shit because they know they're not gonna have a chance. You're creating the New York Yankees 10 times over. Your big schools are gonna be the Yankees, and then everyone else is gonna be Pittsburgh or Kansas City, and hope that a 2-star recruit becomes something. So you gotta regulate it better. You got to cap amounts that schools can give. Of course, we know when you weren't allowed to give anything, backdoor deals are done. That's always going to happen in any form of life, not just sports. But you gotta find some regulations to it. And as the students, you're getting fucking paid. Like, we're not saying take the money away. We're not saying you can't get your deal. We're not saying you can't market your name. You're going to do all that. But from August, when camp opens, until the final whistle blows in the national championship, the shit's on lock.
Yeah, I agree.
No, no disagreement, because I saw it this year. Oklahoma's quarterback jumped into the portal the minute that they weren't going to the Big 12 championship game, and they were going to the Zasparilla.com But
that should be part of it too.
Bowl. So you know what I'm saying?
You got to finish your season with the team in order to be eligible to enter the portal.
I feel you. Hey,
that's part of a regulation that can be put in. You don't like it? Don't fucking transfer.
No arguments from me. Because as much as I love the,
it's not like you can enter. I'm sorry. Let me just add this. It's not like you can enter the portal in October and show up on the other fucking team's sideline the next week.
In the middle of the season.
You got to wait for the following year anyway. So what's the fucking rush?
Right.
Hey, well, like I was saying back in the day, remember, if you transfer, you had to sit out a year. You know, or there were certain conferences that if you transferred and you wanted to transfer to another team within conference, you had to get that allowed or something like that. So, I mean, look, it's I'm in agreement with both of y'all fellas. It is the Wild Wild West. As much as I love the players' freedom to find the money to move, just as free as the coaches do. It still has to be regulated, but let's regulate it from top to bottom, from coaches to players, and it all needs to be, hey, refine that thing,
right?
Refine it.
To be fair, same with the coaches.
Yeah,
like Lane Kiffin did it 1 year. You can't bounce until your season's over.
Yeah, right.
Finish your goddamn season, or else you're not eligible to do And there should be a sanction on schools. You are not allowed to recruit or go after a coach until the season's over. You want to offer your job? Then everybody starts the fucking minute that the confetti's coming down. Free for all. Do all your business, but you gotta wait for the confetti to pop.
Yeah,
right.
Let it pop. Real quick, one coach that we got to talk about before we get to the playoffs. I don't know how he still has his job.
Oh,
but somehow Jerry Jones thinks that Mike McCarthy is still the answer.
I love it.
It's good for the internet.
Ride that fucking ship into the ground.
It's good for the internet.
It's right into the ground, dog.
Ride it. They're on top of that inflatable from behind, and it popped, and they're trying to get every push before the air's all out. I love it. Ride that fuck right into the ground. You're getting worse. You're not even making divisional weekend anymore.
Right.
I love it. I don't want to see them do the right thing. I don't want to see them get a good coach in there. Fuck it. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck their fans. Fuck, this is our year. Fuck, Dak is an MVP. You don't fucking win an MVP award by throwing 4 touchdowns against the Giants on the opening fucking weekend. You don't get an MVP award by throwing 5 touchdowns against Washington in a game they want to fucking lose.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fucking extend them. Make it fucking longer. I love this shit.
Oh, so you saying extend his ass for another 10 years?
A lifetime deal. A lifetime deal. Extend Dak too while you're at it.
Hey, to be honest, they stuck around with Jason Garrett for so long. You might as well do the same thing with Mike McCarthy. Just underachieve year in and year out.
We've said it all the time. Jerry Jones is a businessman.
Yeah.
Ticket sales are good. Merchandise is good. Television shows and sports shows and podcasts are talking about them. That's all that matters. Ticket sales stop. Merch declines.
That's when he make the move.
Headlines stop. That's when he'll make the move to reignite the flow. He'll dump more gas on the fire to keep that money train going.
Yeah. Hey.
That's it. That's all that matters to them. Hey. He's got his trophies. He's got his legacy.
Yep.
He bought them. He won fucking 3. All right. Congratulations.
Yep.
But you don't give a shit about winning. If you cared about winning, Garrett wouldn't have kept his job with 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 8-7-1, whatever the fuck he went 4 straight years. You don't keep the guy at that. And I'm going to say this. Mark Sanchez and the New York Jets went to the playoffs twice together. Mark Sanchez in those 2 years has as many playoff wins as Tony Romo and Dak Prescott combined.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott and Tony Romo have been the quarterback for almost 20 years in Dallas.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that success and winning matters. It don't.
I agree with you. We had this conversation here. We had it on
for a fan.
Hey, but you know what? No, that's the fans' fault because y'all the ones that keep subscribing to the bullshit. That's y'all fault. So I ain't got no sympathy for you sorry ass Cowboys fans that keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe year in and year out. Y'all the ones that keep subscribing to it. Right. You want to make change, do what Nick said. Stop buying this shit. Stop buying the merchandise.
The fans are delusional, man. Dallas fans are delusional.
This is our year. Fucking put your credit card away and say, I'm not going to stand for this.
Yeah. And the bottom line.
You better you better cool the fuck down and put some respect on Mark Sanchez's name.
Mark Sanchez.
I don't know what that bullshit is, but man, I had the control. You would not get another comment up here. For road playoff wins in 2 seasons. Slept with Eva Longoria. Well, put some respect on his fucking name.
Hey man, but just for me, and trust me, Nick, because I feel your sentiments 100%. Because I made this point about a couple of months ago. The moment that it was released that Jerry Jones was the first North American sports team owner to recoup $1 billion in revenue and profit last year, that told me everything. Because if he's not a guy that is making $1 billion a year off this team, and let's be honest, it's not just an American known team. The Cowboys are known internationally, and we know the difference between being rich in America and being rich internationally. So there's a huge difference in bank accounts that comes with being well known internationally. Jerry Jones loves that. That's part of his legacy. I am a billionaire off of just being well known, not because of winning, and he's okay with that.
Dude,
and
it was this
falling for
wins, Benjamins.
Hey,
you can get the Benjamins without the wins with that fucking dumb fan base. Let's be real. They they travel from all over the home games. They got people from all over. They got fucking fat fucking slots running through the gates when the stadium opens to get standing room only to be a part of the misery. I had a great comment the other day on Instagram. I was like, after the game was a blowout, I refreshed Instagram, and that video, you know how they put the doors opening and everybody storming in. I was like, is this them running into the stadium, or is this them running out at halftime?
Oh, they definitely, bruh. That was a.
I just love the fact the camera person kept showing the crowd with their head down, crying.
Sophia, she was 12 years old last year in the playoffs, and she said to me when they lost, she goes, "Oh, it was cool that they showed the fans. Daddy, you remember last year when they showed that guy with the girl, and it ended up that he was cheating on the girl?" I was like, "How the fuck do you know about this?" She goes, "I saw it on the internet. There was a cowboy guy standing there with his arm around the girl, and the girl was like crying and sobbing. Ends up he was cheating on someone and was at the game with another girl and got caught because that picture went viral."
Sad, man.
Love it.
Sad.
Thanks, Cowboy fans. Thanks for the memories.
Fuck it. Let them be like the submarine. Let them go down and check out the Titanic and fucking implode.
Well, we got about 25 minutes left in the show, and let's talk about some divisional round playoffs. Let's get into it. Because we are down to the last 8 teams of the season doing battle to host that Vince Lombardi Trophy. So Saturday,
teams, just 7 divisions represented, though. 8 teams, 7 divisions represented.
Yes, I love how you love reminding that the NFC East is that poorly trash.
Not there. The NFC East in the divisional round is like the clitoris. It doesn't exist. It's nowhere to be found.
Whoa. So just because you couldn't find it, don't mean it doesn't exist. I found it just fine.
I found too many. I can't get them to stop coming at me. I need a couple to be I need a couple to be Jerry Jones and the Cowboys to just disappear.
Whoa. Yeah. So Saturday. At 4:30, you got the Houston Texans, America's new darling team, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to say this real quick, and I'm going to let you guys have the floor on this one. This worries me. Between the last time you saw Lamar Jackson play, December 31st, until when this game plays, January 20th, it'll be 20 days. I'm not saying that I'm just throwing that out there. I do believe that momentum is a real thing in the NFL. We saw this same scenario happen when he won an MVP in 2019 when they were the 1 seed. He took a lot of rest towards the end of the season. This is 20 days off. I don't know about y'all, but it only takes 28 days to create a habit. They're almost at 20 days without playing meaningful football as starters. Take that as you want it. Floor is yours, gentlemen.
Hey, man, there's a game when because we do picks at work, and I was like, I can see Houston winning this game.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Houston winning this game. As everybody automatically putting Baltimore in the Super Bowl, automatically saying Baltimore will beat Houston. Houston can win this game. Lamar still has to prove that he can win a meaningful game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think all the pressure is on him more than it's on Houston. No one thought Houston would be here.
Yes.
So they can go in, relax, and just play football. But the pressure is on Baltimore because everybody, looking at them. Oh, they the number 1 seed. It's gonna be Baltimore and the 49ers in the Super Bowl for sure. I think that the pressure might get to these Ravens, and then if Lamar don't know how to handle that pressure or can't handle that pressure, and they allow Houston to stick around this game, it's over with. They allow Houston to stick around this game, they'll lose this game. They need to come out
around and find out comes to mind, right?
Right.
Walk around and find out what they crowd can do.
What's up, Rod? Yeah, I think they need to come in and and really just demolish them and get up on them quick. If they not, they'll lose this game.
Yeah.
Acting like an SEC football fan. I'm a Georgia fan. What am I acting like? Explain.
All right, not in the SEC.
Yeah, I'm a Georgia fan. I am an SEC. I don't know where that came from.
You should be a Rutgers fan.
I'm going to address how does Baltimore win this game. It's rumored that Andrews is questionable. He's been practicing again. He's practiced 2 days in a row. It's a very good sign for that team. You want to win, Baltimore? You keep C.J. Stroud on the sideline. You run this ball 45 times. Houston's strength is rushing the passer and coverage. Your weakness is your receivers. You want to win the game? You turn this into, we're going to bully you and beat the shit out of you at the line of scrimmage. We're going to run Edwards. We're going to hit Hill. We're going to throw Dalvin Cook 5 carries. Lamar's going to get a few. We are going to run the ball down your throat, bore the fuck out of America, and move on. I don't trust Lamar Jackson as a passer in the playoffs. Eventually, I might get proven wrong with that statement. But 5 years in, I'm a fan of football, man. I'm doing a show here. This ain't about my team. I got my own channel for that. This is about the sport of football here, bro. Don't get mad you up in your feelings. And if you had Mark Sanchez, maybe you would have won one of the last 7 games. But you had Jalen Hurts, so don't be taking shots at Mark Sanchez. He's fantastic. And very underrated analyst. Very underrated play-by-play guy on Fox.
Don't lie like that about Mark Sanchez. He ain't all that. Don't do that.
They couldn't have done better than Jalen Hurts did the last 7 games.
Yeah, but you say he's fantastic.
Mark Sanchez is not fantastic.
Use the word fantastic.
Yeah, that's an
exaggeration.
Yeah, you're a little embellishing a little bit.
Don't speak sarcasm.
We gotta make sure we get this clear for people who may watch this
already. I'm 45 years old, man. I think it was like 1986, 1987, and I saw the Georgia Bulldog for the first time, and I became a fan. I just said, I love that dog. I want that dog. I've been a fan of Georgia ever since. So if I'm Houston, I'm selling out the run early to put the ball in Lamar's hands. Like, you don't want Baltimore rushing the ball down your throat, deflating your defense, taking the air out of the game, keeping C.J. Stroud on the bench. It's supposed to be a cold weekend up here in the Northeast. Now, if I'm Houston, give me the ball first. Let me try to strike. Let me try to get that lead, and let me put the pressure where the pressure is already. Let Baltimore, the 1 seed with Lamar and an MVP possibility, let me put the pressure on that sideline. Let's take the pressure off us. Let our rookie quarterback, who's playing like a seasoned vet, shout out to him. This is impressive what this kid is doing. Going up against the number 1 defense and dropping 238 in the first half, or 228 when the over-under for the game was 232.5. He's doing it without Tank Dell. He's doing it now without Noah Brown. There's sometimes guys who play the sport and it doesn't matter who they have around them. They find ways to succeed. They find ways to be great because they are. Mel, I know you don't like that he's from Ohio State, but even you got to look at this kid and what he's doing, tip your hat and say, I said it. Nobody saw this coming. This kid is playing, no joke. This is not just throwing out a crazy comment. He's playing like a top 3 quarterback in the league. He don't have the resume of a Mahomes and that, but I'll tell you right now, there's not many quarterbacks you take over him. The only reason you're going to knock, oh, he's a rookie, he hasn't done it. Fuck that. The way CJ Stroud is playing right now, who you going to take over him?
No, play all
great.
No.
It has a question passing. Josh Allen hasn't won big playoff games.
Nick, take it a step further. How he has played all year.
Yeah, that's 100%. It's not a fluke. I mean, October, we were like, all right, it's going to die. November, we're like, yeah, it might die off. December, like, all right, he got hurt. He ain't going to come back and be the same. Now we're like, fucking guy got better with 2 weeks off. Like, it's very, very impressive what CJ Stroud is doing. I'm eating up the 9.5. I'm taking the 9.5, and I'm taking a Gus Edwards anytime touchdown because that guy gets in the end zone every week. So that's part of my. Yeah, nobody saw this. Cool. Nobody saw this. Road playoff win as a rookie. It doesn't happen. Like, coincidence, Mark Sanchez and Joe Flacco were the last two to do it.
No, he was at home, Nick. Don't do that. He
was. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Cleveland had the number one defense, not the better record. Forgive me.
Look, CJ Stroud has been very impressive. I don't think, and to your point, there were times when you said what quarterbacks you would take over him. There's a point in this season that I don't think that you could take a quarterback over CJ Stroud.
Right.
You can say Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs.
No, damn the names. Damn the names. I'm talking about in the mix of playing football, there was no quarterback you would have taken over a seat. And I'm talking about this year. I'm not talking about career achievements. I'm talking about this year.
Yeah. Week to week.
Stroud, week to week, was playing like the best quarterback in the league. There's no ifs, been a buts about it. There's nothing you can really say about it. I agree with you 100%. CJ Stroud was damn near it almost took him like almost 7 weeks to throw his first interception. I mean, the guy was accurate. He made plays. He brought his team back into some games. And if you look at his schedule and the time of the schedule, he played some good to almost elite defenses. He was going against some stiff defenses that he wasn't doing this against, some defenses that was just trash. No, he was actually doing this against some top.
He had one bad game against the Jets in a rainstorm, and then he got concussed and knocked out of that game.
Got concussed and got hurt.
He did not look good in that game, but the weather was shit. It was like a monsoon up here.
Yeah.
The weather was bad because Zach Wilson was good. That was the only reason his passes were on point.
Oh, my gosh.
The rain made the ball way down, and it was accurate instead of overthrowing everybody.
I'm with you.
Baltimore, run that fucking ball. Run it and keep Stroud on the sideline. Control the clock for 38 minutes of the game. And that's Baltimore's best chance of moving on.
Yeah, I'm looking at that 9-point favorite for Baltimore. I'm like, ugh, that's pretty generous.
No.
That's pretty generous.
But let's be real. Harbaugh and Baltimore will run the ball and say we're not. That's got to be the game plan. You can't come out and throw crazy. Like, stop our run. We're gonna tell you we're lining up. Like, we don't even need Lamar a quarterback. We're handing the ball off and we're fucking running it. Like, we'll save Lamar for the second half. Huntley, go hand the ball off fucking 25 times in the first half.
Hell, we're running Wildcat. We're running Wildcat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree with you, fellas. You both make some great points.
It's good. I'm interested in this game. This is the game I'm most interested in this weekend.
Yeah, and it's the first one. So we'll get to kick off the weekend with probably the best matchup, at least anticipation. Because I think we're all anticipating to see how good CJ Stroud can be again. Yeah. And like you said, like both you gentlemen said, we gotta look, Lamar. I love you. You're one of my favorite quarterbacks. You got to win in the postseason, bro.
Real
point blank. Period.
I'll add one thing. We're not NBC, so I will add about how much I love the CJ Stroud. We're not going to edit it out. I love that he gives God all the glory immediately. CJ Stroud doing that, and then NBC edited it out off of their post-game recap.
Just like that.
Just like that.
That's what they did.
Oh, man. Let's go to the other game on Saturday night. You got the Packers going to the 49ers. I'll say this real quick, and I'll give you fellas the floor. To me, this is this is a game that we need to see. Brock Purdy. I think he needs to have a solid game right here. Just because we already seen that kind of, and Tua kind of already fall to the game manager, game changer talk that Cam Newton threw out there, and I think this needs to be Brock Purdy's. Yeah, man, I ain't no game manager, and so I'm not saying he has to prove it, but just because of internet's sake and the conversations that happens on podcasts and talk shows, he needs to not to be the next one to fall to the Cam Newton was right category, which Cam Newton was right about Dak and Tua, and that's another conversation. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. I want to see what Brock Purdy can do. You got the weapons. You can't say you ain't got the weapons. You can't say that. So let's see what you do. What was yours, fellas?
Are we shocked if both road teams win?
Nope.
Are we going to be shocked on Saturday if both 1 seeds go down?
Nope.
I know the 49ers are good, but you can't rule out what the Packers did the other day. Their offense, look, guys were wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Like that don't happen. Like the play design is just so elite. And it's literally like brother versus brother with Shanahan and LaFleur going against one another. Mm. This should be an offensive coaching clinic. Just from the aspect of like watching the plays and looking at how they get guys open and how the science of an NFL offense.
About to go OJ.
Nice.
Wow.
So it's
so it's gonna steal it or kill it?
Shit, might be both.
Which OJ you talking about?
George Kittle better be careful with that long blonde hair.
Right. Remind me, Nicole. Somebody ice cream gonna be melting.
Yo, what? Oh Lord. Oh goodness.
I will add this. From the gambling aspect, if you take the Packers and the Texans on Saturday, 10 on the money line, $10 will win you 206. Just those two, if those two teams win on the road.
Oh wow!
49ers should win.
I definitely feel they cover the spread. I definitely feel both teams cover the spread because
I'm going straight up win.
Oh,
$10 pays 206.
Okay,
$10 fucking.
I hear
20 times is worth it. I spent $10 on stupid as shit.
I have to.
We know. I have to.
Hey, honey, you want a massage? Sure.
Felt a lot better after.
One song, $20, and they fucking play the happy birthday song. And you're like, all right, I'm done. What the fuck? You didn't even got there. So I love the Niners. I think it's their year. But what I saw the other day from the Packers, I'm not shocked. I'm taking the 49ers. But I'm not going to be like absolutely floored if they're another underdog that goes in and then wins this game. So give me the Niners.
Where how you feel?
That's kind of my take. I was gonna say the same thing. I should have went first.
I'm feeling the Packers, right? Like it's like okay, all right, they got something going. Young quarterback. I like that. I love the come up.
Yeah,
I think so too, man. Only caveat I say is that is Jordan Love gonna turn into a pumpkin in this game? Because he had some games where he kind of went down, had some games where he kind of went up. Will this 49er defense turn him into a pumpkin? That's the only caveat I see. But the defense, and I said this at the beginning of the year, Packers have a great defense. If they can establish that run game like they did against Dallas, to open up the play action, that's gonna be all day. It's gonna be all day. Now, they not, the 49ers play calling, the way they use Debo and stuff like that, that's a little different the way Dallas plays offense. So the Packers have to watch to see what they're gonna do with Debo, how they're gonna use Debo, and can they cover that? You get them out in space and on sweeps and use them as a running back, quote unquote running back and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting to see if the Packers can kind of like defend against that. But if they can keep that in check, I think the the Packers gonna win this game, but I still go with the 49ers.
Yeah. No. It's like you said, like you fellas saying. I wouldn't be surprised if Packers steal this one on the road. Because anytime that we've seen Packers and 49ers play, it necessarily hasn't been a rout within recent years. Now, I get it. There was other people at quarterback, and there was a guy named Devontae Adams that was a receiver. I get that. But what I'm saying is that Matt LaFleur isn't afraid of Kyle Shanahan. He isn't afraid of battling offensive wits with the 49ers. And it's more actually Matt LaFleur versus Steve Wilkes.
Right.
So, look, LaFleur is good enough to muster up a game plan that can hang with the 49ers. So we'll see. I think it's definitely that 9.5 favorite. I'm like, ooh, that's a very generous favorite for 49ers. I just feel that way. Just because, especially when you see how the Packers played on the road last week, and hell, they ain't got shit to lose. Especially, you're a 7 seed. You're definitely ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
Because I didn't see the Packers even making it to the playoffs.
Me either.
Honest about that. So you're definitely playing with house money. Let's move to Sunday, and Detroit Mails his Lions got another home game. Look at them boys. Look at them.
Doing it at home.
In another home game. They got the Buccaneers coming into town. C.J. Gardner-Johnson in C.J. Gardner-Johnson fashion is already talking a little smack.
I know, man. Come on, man. Come on.
And him and Baker
dry from that crusty ass field goal post that he's dating. That's why. Long, yellow, got no curves. She's a field goal post.
That's hilarious. You just fucked me up on my train of thought, but let's get it together. Look, Lions already broke the curse. Already made some history in the playoffs. I think you got two teams that are playing with house money. Baker and them probably like, nobody, expected us to do what we did against Philly. Lions, nobody's.
I picked them.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
I just want to say I picked them.
But I mean, it's I just think you got two teams that are just. I think they're gonna throw everything kitchen sink in this game. I think this might be the game that your boy Dan Campbell might take some risk and won't even think twice about it. So I think it's gonna be a closer game. So Vegas got 6.5 point favorites for the Lions right now. I think this is a field goal game, honestly.
And we know Dan don't kick those, so
that doesn't go well for Detroit. Anyway, no, I think this is gonna be a close game. What you fellas think? Go ahead, Nick, and then we'll definitely let Mel speak on the Lions last. So,
I want the Lions to win. I do have concerns with Campbell. The more the playoffs go on, the higher the chance of risky Dan showing up at the wrong time. Like I said last week, it's hard for a tiger to change its stripes. Dan Campbell's a reckless coach at times. It's not a dig, Mel. You watch the game. He makes some decisions that if the team, like last week, 3rd and 4, they stop him. Holding call. He pushes it back to 3rd and 14. If the Rams convert, that's like the dumbest fucking coaching decision.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with that call.
It's a bad decision.
I don't have a problem with that call.
Bailed them out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right there to me is if it wasn't Dan Campbell, I don't think we're talking about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I think the fact because it's Dan Campbell, we're talking about it more.
To be fair,
and it's not me defending him. I'm just saying that call to me wasn't as bad as some of the other callers are.
No. I'm not saying that, but that was 2:30 left or whatever it was left. Shit, dude! If you got Puka and Kupp, you don't want to give them another shot. If they miss one third down, you don't want to let them try it again. So it could have burned them, and it would have been that. Why did he do it? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I will say this: I can't sleep on the Bucs.
Yeah.
Baker has something going on there, and as I'm happy for the guy because he was drafted in Cleveland. He almost knocked off Kansas City in the playoffs that one year. Then he plays the next year basically in a fucking body cast the entire season, and then they get rid of him. He goes to Carolina, and they had him with Sam and then all that shit. Then he goes to L.A., wins a game on like one practice, and then, he lands in Tampa. I think the guy is underrated. I mean, he was the number 1 overall pick for a reason. And sometimes you find the right system with the right players and the right play caller. We saw Rich Gannon do it later in his career with John Gruden. And all of a sudden, he was a Pro Bowl player for the rest of his career. The Lions should win this game. The Lions are the better team. I'm going to take the Lions, but I'm not sleeping on the Bucs. Like, I don't care. I don't hate either team. Normally with playoffs, there's teams that you hate and you want to root against. Last week, with the Cowboys, and then to be real with the Eagles, like, you don't want to see them win. I did. That's not a shot at cool. That was my personal belief for a long time.
Yeah.
But there's no Tom Brady in Tampa anymore. I love Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is a great person. I'm going to take the Lions, but I'm hesitant to bet this game because I could see it playing out either way. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a really fun football game in a wild environment.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks. A couple of things when I look at the matchup, I go back to the earlier matchup. It was a close. I mean, it was like a no-score game. I think it's like the second half or second quarter. St. Brown gets this nice crosser route. Craig Reynolds throws a nice block touchdown. That kind of opened the game up. Then they used Jamison Williams and that on a fly route, hit him perfect in the end zone. And now you start seeing them pull away. But for the longest, that was the fourth quarter. So that game was just like 13-10 or something for a long time. Because Tampa Bay defense was locking them down. Putting pass rush on Jared Goff. And you just kind of see this thing is like going real tight. Now.
That's what she said.
Yeah, thank you. They just announced that James Houston may play. So now you got another pass rusher in there on the other end with Hutch.
And that helps.
That'll help get that pressure on Baker Mayfield. I'm looking for a couple things. Line to hold up to give Jared Goff some time. And I'm looking for Jared Goff just to throw the ball away. Don't try to make plays. Because like in the last week's game, when they got the rush on him, he tried to throw the ball to, I think it was, it might have been Gibbs. And that could have been a fumble. Luckily, they called it a forward pass and ruled it incomplete. But that could have been a fumble. That would change the complexity of the whole game. Take the sack. Take the sack. You have a good enough offense where you can score if you get the ball back. Take the sack and just gotta allow your defense to do what it can do. That's just what the game is. You have to be smart. Just the playoffs. Then on the Dan Campbell end, let's just hope. I just hope he just. Let's take the Rams game. I think it was like 4th and 4. He went for it. All right. I understand you was on like the 45. Punt the ball. It was tight. Don't take chances you don't have to. Because it's going to be a tight defensive game. If they can get pressure on Baker Mayfield, force him. Because Baker does overthrow at least a couple of times in the game and does throw some picks at least a couple of times in the game. You have to be there to take advantage of that and score on those plays. Put the game away early and force them to play from behind and change the whole complexity of the offense. They're playing from behind. So I'm gonna take the Lions, but I won't be surprised if they win because the Bucs have a great defense. Great defense.
Still got a lot of pieces from that Super Bowl winning defense on there.
A lot.
Can I ask Mel one question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
How fucking ecstatic are you gonna be if the Packers go in and knock off the Niners? knowing that if you, dude, I got goosebumps asking you the question.
That's another
knowing that
game.
You'll have the NFC Championship at home. Like I have literal goosebumps on my arm thinking of it as I'm asking.
Yeah. That'd be great. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get up there.
They might have to rebuild Detroit after this game.
Hey, I told him, I said, if the Lions win the Super Bowl, they're gonna destroy the city.
Stop.
They're gonna destroy
the
city.
It's just gonna be in open lots.
No. Right. It's gonna just be like a flat land.
Nothing to burn. All
hey,
the cars
when the Tigers won the World Series, they are burning down Tiger Stadium, taking the seats out, taking the field out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, not only that, I'm gonna give y'all Mel, right? He might remember this. When we first started doing I.O.W. Sports about 3-4 years ago, he said the statement, if the Lions win,
I'm gonna jump on the table and take my dick out.
Yeah. So if they win, it'll be a wild card on the big homie Nick Sean show for at least a couple of weeks. So
we'll be broadcasting from my proud New York Jet channel.
so it can calm down, and he totally forgets that he said that. And so when he comes back on the show, he'll be cool and just Detroit.
I'm gonna be sitting in chair just butt naked doing the show every time, leaning back.
I'm gonna have to text him congratulations and then block him before he can send a celebratory dick pic.
Sounded like this.
No, sir. Yeah, we will be doing nothing.
Right.
we Photoshop our heads in.
Hey man, I'm changing the password on everything. All I.O.W. Sports Network is getting changed that night. We are because anyway.
I'm starting OnlyFans. All I'm doing OnlyFans is
Detroit OnlyFans. Oh my gosh.
This would be the videos. This is me whacking off in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Right.
This is me whacking off on my couch. This is me whacking off at
your phone. This is me whacking off.
Off at the parade.
Oh my gosh.
A masturbatory series of On the Go.
I got kids all over the country now.
Bruh, I can't. Season this weekend's finale.
Yes.
Bills Chiefs. Look,
another game.
It's going to be.
I won't be surprised if either of them win.
It's like asking somebody, "How do you want to die? By fire or by drowning?" Like, I don't want either team to win. I want Taylor Swift to go away. I want Josh Allen and Sean Boyhan to go away. So, man,
hey, don't do shit like that.
It again. They're asking for shovelers again. Did you see people sliding down their ass in the upper deck to get out of the section?
Why you gotta do Sean like that, man? Love Sean. Shout out to Sean. Hey man,
that too.
This is gonna be a. I mean, it was a.
It's in Kansas City, right?
No, it's in Buffalo.
Oh, it's in Buffalo. Oh, that's right. It's in Buffalo.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes' first road playoff game.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy stat. But here, I'm just gonna put this nugget out there. Buffalo is getting banged up on the defensive side, like crazy. They're getting banged up like hell. So add that to the factor and say what you want, because the snow pushed your game back from Sunday to Monday, and the Chiefs played on Saturday. There's an extra 2 days of rest for the Chiefs on this. And I'm just putting it out there now. So if the Bills somehow lose, you're going to hear the excuses. Oh, we're hurt. The Chiefs got extra couple of days of rest. I know. I'm aware of that. I'm like,
NFL though, man. You gotta play what you got.
Hey, you gotta play with what you got. I know. Hey, you gotta play the situation how it comes. So I'm just putting it out there. But that is an advantage for the Chiefs, is that the Bills are banged up and there's a couple of extra days of rest.
What the fuck are you playing in Buffalo? You got an advantage.
Well, there's no advantage in
weather's not an advantage in this game.
No, I'm saying, but you're playing at home. That's an advantage.
Oh, yes. To your point, Mel, yes, that's an advantage. And to Nick's point, there's no weather advantage because the Chiefs play in just as
yeah.
So that neutralizes a lot of stuff right there. So we'll see how the game goes. This game right here is about mistakes. It's always about mistakes between these two teams, especially this year. You see the Chiefs
leaving 13 seconds on the clock.
Hey, That's a mistake. The Chiefs had numerous turnovers this year on offense, and you see how turnover prone Josh Allen can be. So it just comes down to turnover margin for sure, and whoever wins that one wins the game. That's just how I see it. So I'll leave the floor to you fellas. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
Like I alluded to earlier, I can see either team winning the game. You know, we talked about it to acknowledge them about the Chiefs and a stagnant offense have not looked the same, has not been powerful, have not been scoring like we used to seeing. So Josh Allen can get a couple scores up on them. Chiefs may be in trouble. They may be in trouble. But just like I said about Lamar, I say the same thing about Josh Allen. You got to prove to me that you can win a big game. And so far, they haven't shown it year after year. They get to a situation where, they're the favorite. Look at Buffalo. They almost outside the Cowboys. It's our year. And, they find a way to lose the game. So I'm going to take the Chiefs. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills win. But I'm just not sold on this Bills team yet. They have to see it. I got to see it. Once I see it, then maybe I can get on that bandwagon. Right now, I just don't believe it. I can't see them beating the Chiefs.
All right. So you, Nick.
I think the Bills win this game, and I think it could get ugly. I'm not confident with the way the Chiefs have executed. I'm not confident with the way the Chiefs haven't been able to score. Buffalo's been scoring. Buffalo is clicking right now. And in a big game, it's almost like basketball, right? Take the best player on the field. Josh Allen running and throwing right now is locked in. Yes, he'll commit a turnover. Yeah, I'm not saying he's playing perfect ball, but Josh Allen is possessed right now, and I'm going to ride with that. Now, is Kansas City capable of going in and winning this game? Absolutely. I'm not writing them off. I'm just making a prediction, and my prediction is I can't see the Chiefs, with the way the Chiefs have played this season, having enough offense to win this game. Chris Jones better have 7 sacks. I mean, if the Chiefs, I'll look at it the other way now. If the Chiefs are going to win, you better not let Bolton better fucking get Josh Allen every time he tries to run. You can't let Allen get the running going, and then now you're bringing another linebacker or a safety up, and now they're going to do some other things. Shakir's made some plays. They're clicking. They're finding their rhythm with Cook is playing well. You got Knox and Kincaid, the 2 tight ends together are a good matchup. They'll line up and run, and they're confident throwing it with their tight ends. So, not that I'm rooting for Buffalo. Oh, damn, you pulled. Sorry, I just lost the hand. I'm not shitting anymore. I can't see Kansas City winning this game the way Buffalo's playing. And you guys know I do not want Buffalo to win, but my opinion is Buffalo.
I hear you.
And I want this Taylor Swift shit to end. I don't even want the thought of fucking her having a chance. I don't even want the thought of her. Go fucking spend $30,000 and go buy a ticket to the Super Bowl if you want to go. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it anymore. I want it to end.
I hear you. Hey.
Everything.
Can I tell those people on the internet talking about some those Swifties saying that they showing Eminem at the Lions game? It's not the same thing. Eminem is from Detroit. Taylor Swift is not, and they didn't show Eminem as much as they showed Taylor Swift.
He didn't get there by spreading his leg.
Right, for real. He's a fan. It's not even the same thing.
Nah, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 totally different things.
2 totally different things. And then they don't cut every second to Eminem like they do Taylor Swift. Yeah. Hey, go to commercial before we go to commercial.
Oh my God, Eminem's eating a churro.
Right.
And as white as Taylor Swift is, that would be the brownest thing she probably ever put in her mouth.
Oh wow!
Okay, I will say this.
I don't know if that checks out. I don't know who.
No.
I think Travis Kelce might be the brownest thing she's ever put in her mouth.
Okay. I'm trying to find something to.
I mean, the transition, Lamar. We need a transition.
I'm trying, dog. I am literally trying, but that took me out. To your point, Nick. Nick Bolton didn't play in that regular season game. Neither did Pacheco. So you got two guys that will be playing in this game, in Isaiah Pacheco and Nick Bolton, that can possibly turn a difference in here, and hopefully Kadarius Toney is inactive again, because I don't need you being offsides to cost this game again. So with that being said, man, let's enjoy some great football this weekend. It's that time of the year, man, when we have divisional games. Things are going to get tight, sphincters get tighter, and the pressure goes up, way up, and so do the ratings. So hey, that's what happens.
What gets tighter?
You would know. You just came back from oil change. So
I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. I'm listening. I just go, wait, what?
Oh, man. I mean, you would know. You just came from getting oil change again. So Gabe Davis is questionable. Obviously, he missed last week. So who knows? And they did have.
Yeah, you're very excited about that.
So we'll see. But hey, man, good stuff. Hey, let's make sure fans see bottom of the screen, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to I.O.W Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, most importantly right here on the YouTube channel. Keep showing us the love and support, spread the word what we got going on, and we're gonna keep giving y'all this great sports content. The big homie Nick Shine, Detroit Mail, myself, Wildcard Mar. It's been real. We'll see y'all Monday, and we'll definitely discuss the aftermath of this weekend in NFL football and anything else sports important. So.
Oh, one more thing.
Fuck Mel.
Yes,
I thought he was going to say that.
No, I wasn't gonna say fuck.
I swear that was about to come out of his mouth.
I was watching the South Carolina game, the women's game.
Oh yeah, the Lady Gamecocks. Yeah, they're dominant.
Bruh. Not only that, what's her name? Watkins got a fast break and dunked it.
Yeah, she dunked it. Yeah.
I was like, the fuck? And the crowd, I see that proves that if you dunk, you get more participation.
Yeah, because they went crazy.
I mean, they went crazy over that. You know what I'm saying?
Short in the court.
And she dunked it with ease. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? It was with ease.
Yeah. It wasn't with power. It was with ease.
Yeah. It wasn't with power. It was with ease.
I know. I'm just talking.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, but
has a woman ever done a two-handed dunk? I don't know this. I know you guys.
I have not. I haven't seen one hand. No,
they all
go one hand.
Okay,
I think, yeah.
but I understand what you're saying, Nick. I want to see a lady go up there with two hands and yam that motherfucker. Right. Like, wow.
I mean, you would think like Cardoso is 6'7". She should be able to do it.
Hey, we'll stay. Hey, don't just because the bra is
6'7". I know. I'm just saying. Because Watkins ain't.
You heightist. You're a heightist.
And how I climb trees.
I do too.
I do. I'd be a bummy.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, I'll be fulfilling that stereotype, and I'll be a monkey.
All right, it's been real. I.O.W Sports Network. Bottom of the subscribe. It's just there, and we'll be back Monday. We are here. I don't know if we
That's
are.
my new sign off. Peace out,
nigga.